Hi, Leo. Welcome back to Dream Tarot. I have a reading for you. First thing that I'm seeing is something is happening right now. Like, this is not a future prediction for you. This is what's unfolding right now. End of January, beginning of February. Something is coming towards you. Something that was lost is going to be restored towards you. That was a big message I had for Leo most recently. um, is that things that were taken from you, things that were stolen from you, are going to be restored in today's time. There's no turnaround time for this, okay? This is not happening after a year, after a couple of months. Oh, maybe, I'm going to get what I deserve around my season in the summer. No, this is happening right now, as it should, with the quickness, with speed, okay? So we have present here, feeling the moment, living in the present, becoming aware. Maybe you were losing clarity about a certain situation. You were so confused, but you're going to get the clarity that you need to move forward, to take the right actions, to make the right decision in today's time. You're becoming aware of something now versus later. And it says today, in the now. So you're having clarity about a situation that has kept you very confused. Could be a conversation that you're having that's putting things into perspective. Could be symbolism, something that you're seeing throughout your routine of the day that's making things make sense to you. And you're realizing that you weren't really lost, okay? Because you do have the lost card here. It's not that you were feeling lost, you just were not in the right situation with the right person, in the right team. You had to clear out house and find a new home, okay? So you have lost here. Maybe you were running from something. Maybe you were running away from the truth. You could have felt very empty most recently. This is what hurts my feelings the most, especially for Leo, who is the sun, who you do gain a lot of attention. You are the main character. This card talks about feeling invisible. That seems sad to me as a reader, okay? Especially for you, Leo. You felt invisible in a situation. You felt like no one could see your pain. You are going to have the right people around you in today's time that are entering your life that are going to care about you. No one's leaving you behind. People are going to pick up on your emotions before you could even process them. You have some very supportive energies coming towards you as you're clearing house. You had to make room for the right trustworthy friends or trustworthy family or trustworthy partner to come into your life. And so the people, the things, the situations, the environments that you just recently cut off is propping you into your pivot era, where you are pivoting from a very sad situation into your richest timeline, okay? Right now, the universe is working out the terms for you in the best way possible. If you have some type of situation, whether it's like court, legal, if it's like a contract, if you are needing a payout, if you're trying to retrieve the things that were taken from you, it may be a long process, but at the end of the process, you're going to have much more than what was taken, okay? This is also a time where people who are not meant to be in your life that you could have cut off will come back begging on their knees towards you. You have to be very you have to stand in solidarity with yourself. What do you stand for right now, Leo? And if these situations, even if they're begging, even if they seem so desperate, not allowing them to come back in just out of that, And even people who are trying to make you compromise your boundaries, your position, just are not the people that are meant to be. The people who are coming towards you right now are not going to ask you to compromise shit because they feel like they come to the table with a lot. They're going to see your worth and they just want to meet you halfway. But I think that there's this energy of being tired of compromise, being tired of people giving you advice. Oh, you need to compromise to work something out when you're the victim, okay? What you're finding in today's time is your family, your soul tribe, true friends. Sorry, guys, I feel like I have something fuzzy in my nose. Excuse me. True family, true friends, right connections, people who are going to make you feel safe. You're going to be making a home. You could be renovating your current home, moving things around, clearing house, donating what doesn't need to be there. Maybe there's someone that's going to be moving out of your home that you had a very hostile environment with. Or you could be moving into a new home. Okay, so congratulations if that's for you. You deserve it. And you're going to finally feel safe and very secure. All right. Now, I'm seeing also a lot of icy energy, icy conditions. Now, obviously, we did have that cold front that came through, and it has been very cold lately. But there's a situation that's on ice. Usually that's like a pause, right? You haven't really concluded whatever this is. There are still some things that you need to do or a decision that you need to make. There's a person or a situation here that you're keeping on ice. You're not looking their way. You're not dealing with them, but eventually that ice defrosts or it thaws, and it's going to come up again. It's something that can't be swept under the rug, and you're coming to the finality of this situation. Towards this situation, you have the glass heart. Okay, so this situation has made you the most vulnerable that you've ever been. Maybe you really tried hard to compromise and put your feelings, your emotions out there, and you may have felt invisible in that situation. I really dug deep. I really had to put my ego aside and tell you how you're draining me, how you're devastating me, and I still feel like I'm unheard, okay? There's an apology that's on ice right now as well. Someone knows that they need to apologize to you, but they could be a little stubborn, arrogant to give that to you. You will get this apology, but I also get this energy of like too late. Like you're coming at the last minute. I've been waiting, or not even waiting. I deserve that apology. So someone's going to wait to the very last minute to apologize and make a confession from their heart. Very delicate situation, really hard to talk about at this time as well. Okay, but you are becoming more clear to something. You may feel a little sensitive. You have openness. So I see you being a chatterbox. I see you telling people your business. No one has to speculate. No one has to gossip. This is what it is. This is what it ain't. And you're openly expressing this. You have family that you're speaking to that are coming out the woodwork that are great listeners. Okay, these could be people who are going to be in your next chapter. You have to handle a situation very carefully because it is a delicate situation, but you're being so transparent, so honest, probably the most honest you've ever been in a long time. And I'm proud of you for that, okay? This is a connection. There's some type of connection here that, you're trying to have forgiveness, but things have really gone down and dirty and it's hard. So you may be trying to walk yourself through that. How do I forgive? I don't have to forget, but forgive for myself, not for this person. They could be a loser, but for myself, how do I forgive so that I'm not holding on to this pain? And it's the hardest thing that you have to overcome right now. We have snowflake. Again, very delicate situation that you're dealing with. Also, originality as well. Whatever situation this is, if it's a job situation, they will never find someone like you. If it's a love situation, this person will never find someone like you. You are the original and there's no copies out there. Okay. So that's something that you should stand in. That's your truth. That should be reaffirming your confidence, knowing that you gave your all, you gave your best, you're better than most, and there will never be another one like you. Someone really is missing out here. Okay. You are one of a kind. Right now, you're fragile, so make sure that you're treating yourself well. Make sure that you're speaking grace upon yourself. Do not criticize yourself for mistakes, for maybe saying the wrong things, being too vulnerable, being too quiet. Don't judge yourself at this time. Go through the motions. It's going to pass very soon. All right, something is frozen, but it's changing states. So something is, I keep wanting to say defrosting or thawing out, and you're going to have to take action towards that to close out some type of chapter. You're in a transient stage, so you're in a transition, so you have to just give yourself grace during this time. Last but not least, we have birds. Okay, talks about communication, negotiation. Someone's trying to negotiate some type of terms with you. All right, and you feel like, I do not need to negotiate, I don't need to compromise, I'm innocent. So standing on that, and not just giving out just to be done. If you can withstand this drama a little bit longer, you'll see that you're going to come out very favorable. Being very chatty, like I said, talking a lot, telling people your biz, but it feels freeing to you. It feels good to just release. Okay. You could be having some heavy debates right now or discussions. Someone's very flighty. This person doesn't seem to want to take responsibility. They also could be very nervous around you. You intimidate them. I think that was your last reading. Literally, the title was You Intimidate This Person. But they are going to make contact in the present very soon. When this person calls you, or they're in a noisy environment, so it's almost like you can't even hear them. It's like bad judgment on their it's bad judgment on their part. Like they're speaking to you, they want to have a serious conversation, but all you hear is like music in the background. You hear 10 other people in the background. You're like, wait a minute, we're not going to talk about this with this noisy environment. Are you crazy? So someone's so nervous and they almost need the confidence of like a noisy room, a crowded room to just even have this conversation. They could also be out, like lounge, bar, and they're now having liquid courage to call you. It's weird. But I see you saying, call me when you're not around all this noise, okay? All these distractions. And yes, someone's reaching out to you, to text you, to call you, to work something out. I feel like you're not willing to work anything out with whoever this is. They just need to cough up what you deserve. What I deserve out of withstanding this troubling situation, I need you to cough up that apology, cough up what is owed to me, and that's it. Tell me about this situation for Leo. Death card. Something is over. It's finalized, right? You're ready to finalize something. Someone is taking their sweet time, being a manipulator. We have the puppeteer here. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, you're attracting what you want. You're not chasing after this person. Good job. And you have the Star. Okay, so wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, 7 of Cups and a 3 of Cups. Someone has choices in life, right? They could have even like tried to be more responsible and delegate priorities and prioritizing things, even prioritizing the connection. Like someone deteriorated the connection to this end. Someone deteriorated a situation to its end. Now it cannot be came back from, but someone had multiple chances to make something right before it got this bad. And what I see that this person chose to do is look at other options and party hard. Okay? Or just, treat their responsibilities as very casual and treat you like an option. Okay? So from that and just seeing the proof of that, this is not hearsay. This is what you've actually seen this person handle you. You have the Death card. You don't want to be a part of this anymore. You are saying, hey, let's surrender this situation, this connection. I no longer want to be a part. Now, it's not so easy because there's still something that's owed to you. Could be money that's owed to you. Could be an apology, a confession that's owed to you, the truth. Could be respect that's owed to you. Okay, there's something that still is not closed out here because someone owes you something. The universe and God, your spirit guides, will not allow this person to move forward without giving this to you, okay? So they're not being let off easy. How this person is choosing to handle you is the puppeteer. It's a wild card here in this deck. They want to manipulate. They want to control. They want to gaslight this situation, okay? They're really trying to keep control over you or the situation. And they're doing things even behind the scenes, pulling strings, almost like wanting to be 10 steps ahead of you. But the reason that they're doing it is because they feel like you're 10 steps ahead of them. And I hope that makes sense what I just said. Queen of Wands is your energy, Leo. Whether you're masculine or feminine watching this reading, you just are not going to chase. You're not going to chase this person to get them to pay you back. You're not going to chase, this company to do what's right. You're not going to chase this family member to apologize. Whatever the situation is, you're not chasing. You're attracting. This is who I stand as. I show you respect. I show you how loyal I was towards you. I've given you so much leeway, and I know that you're going to come to me. You're going to come before me on your knees, begging, okay? Terms. It's very interesting, Leo. You know this person will surrender themselves. You don't have to go and put the warrant out to find them. You know that they're going to come to you and surrender themselves, okay? So you're very confident in that. You're like, I'm not going to reach out first. I'm not going to call this person, text them, remind them of what they're meant to do. They're going to do it. And because you're so confident in that reality, that's why you're having this big breakthrough. when you have this outcome that's going to work 10 times in your favor, people are going to be looking at you like, how the hell did you do it? People are going to have similar situations towards you that they're like, I could never even have that outcome. How did Leo, by not doing anything, not chasing, not threatening, still got this very favorable miracle with the star? And on top of that, too, this situation becomes very healing for you because exactly what you know you deserve in a situation is what you're going to get. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify each card here and see what's going on. Tell me about the death card for Leo. Tell me about the death card here. What does Leo recognize as the end, finality, being done? It's also prompting you in a big transformation, a big glow up. After this situation is said and done, you will have a huge glow up. You will be so radiant. You will have so much abundance and success that when this person looks back, they realize, damn, I really missed out. Tell me about the death card here. Page of Cups. Someone is coming with an apology. This person is not the most mature with their emotions. So it took a lot for this person to face you when they finally do. They're going to apologize to you. They're apologizing because of the Ten of Pentacles. So it has something to do with your money. It has something to do with family. It has something to do with even romantically, like building a legacy together, or really trying to build a strong foundation for our future. So this could be someone that you had a long-term relationship with, that you were married to, that you were moving towards marriage. Maybe you built a family with them. You guys have children. Someone's apologizing for effing that up. Someone's apologizing for your money. Maybe you really try to set yourself up for success in a certain department, in a certain company, and they just mistreated you. And now you're landing where you're meant to be, a better company that values you. But you also deserve an apology from these people. Family also could be apologizing to you at this time. I feel like you really try to encourage someone to be their best self and they hated you for it. Excuse my strong word, but that's what I'm getting. And so you are very, very, very tired of this situation. You almost want to wrap it up. You see this girl's looking at her wrist. She's like, when am I going to be able to wrap this shit up? Because what you know is coming next for you is improvement, exploration, growth, and expansion. You have plans that you want to act on, but you're trying to wait until this chapter is closed, okay? And so someone's apologizing to you, maybe not in the most mature way, not in the most grounded way, but it's still coming. Now, what I see immediately after this apology, you tell this person, well, this is the end of the road. And they don't like that. So the puppeteer is here. They almost gaslight a little bit or manipulate because they're not happy with you closing that door. Tell me about the puppeteer. Yeah, someone's not happy about that death card energy, okay? They are just not happy. Death card. They're not happy to know that this is the end. This person was hoping that this apology, weak apology, by the way, because that Page of Cups is just not really the best at apologizing, but they come through. This weak apology they thought would be a new beginning that would resurface this connection again. They're expecting you to be the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups, very nurturing, compassionate, understanding of what they did towards you. You have all of those capacities. You can be nurturing to this person, but now it's about nurturing yourself and not compromising yourself just to make this person happy. So they're not happy about this death card energy. And so what does this person have up their sleeve? What are they going to try to do to kind of manipulate Leo? Nine of Pentacles, they put an attack on your independence, okay? This person knows for a fact that without them, you are very prosperous. You're abundant. You're living a life of luxury, elegance. You are very mature. You have a lot of growth. And you're feeling confident in that. You're okay being alone or starting fresh by yourself independently. And you may also live a better life doing so in today's time until you meet the right group family that's coming towards you, right? But this person almost wants you to doubt that. question your independence, question what it's going to be like on the other side without them. And so that's where there's tricks up their sleeves, the manipulation, the games, the gaslighting come through. So when you start to see that this person is doing those things to you, know that they're more scared of you being independent and prosperous, abundant and happy, and what it looks like for them on the other side. They're afraid. They're not able to have the confidence to step out alone and do the things that you have afforded yourself. So they try to attack that and make you question, are you really happy, or are you running off of false confidence? You have to know that this person is manipulating, okay? Also, too, another thing that spites this person is your Queen of Wands stance. Even if you're a masculine, you're in your feminine of not chasing this individual. They're not worth your run, you know? They're not worth you jogging behind them, trying to catch up with them. No, thank you. So tell me about the Queen of Wands. You will get whatever you want without chasing. So if you are in a situation of chasing this person down, calling them 100 times, texting them, stop doing that. Because as soon as you stop doing that and you sit back and you just be, that's when you're going to get this blessing, the star. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Someone wants you to work in the energy of lack, like that you're not abundant enough to receive, that you have to always chase and you always have to put out the force to get what you want. No, you deserve for something to be handed to you. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You could be dealing with someone who's very selfish. Okay. I think this is the Five of Swords. They're wanting to win at all costs, even if that means sliding you. And so you're not going to chase after a person like that. This person could be going through some hardship right now. They may have to face some consequences based off of their actions, not only that they did to you, but also what they did in their own lifestyle. Okay, so someone's like in a lack mindset. They could be in a poverty mindset, possibly. They're not seeing where the grass is greener for them. They may have a hard time just coming to terms with their consequences. And in that, they are very selfish and greedy of wanting to take all that is left out of the situation from you, almost depleting you, and then also in the same breath saying, you should chase me now. No, that's not happening, okay? You know better than that. Maybe you did compromise with this person before. You were trying to gain some balance in the situation, but that didn't even work. So you're not going to do the same thing twice. That's insanity. You're going to change your approach here, and you're going to allow this person to come towards you, or the situation to resolve towards you. You're going to get communication. Once someone sees and they look back and they see, oh, Leo's not following me. Okay. Then that's when they start to come towards you. Tell me about the star. How's this situation going to turn around in Leo's favor? Give me some messages, please. All right, we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. It took a long time. So whenever the situation hit the fan, may not have been right now, could have even started last year. It hit the fan and there was no resolution. You didn't get the blessings that you deserved just then, right? It's been a long time coming because you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, was that on purpose? Yes. I feel like the universe made it be drug out so that as time went past, right? Every month, every week, every day, you were becoming more confident in your truth, becoming more confident in your independence from this company, this situation, family, whatever. You became more confident. So yes, you were tired of waiting for you to have the positive consequences, but it was building up your confidence with that Knight of Pentacles. It made you become more self-reliant, you know, and knowing that you can do something alone throughout that time. The whole time that this other party or this other situation was playing around, you know, celebrating, and it looked like you were losing, you were actually winning behind the scenes. And now the situation is coming in when you're feeling super confident. You feel even more determined to end out this cycle than you did before. Before you could have been not confident or you just were confused. Now you have the clarity. And just when you felt like, you know, it wasn't going to happen, that's when it happens. And it happens a very miraculous way with the star. And it also, it feeds your spirituality. So if you felt like, you know, all of these trials and tribulations were really putting a damper on your connection to God, to the universe, to your spirit guides, your ancestors, you start to believe again. I see you becoming very faithful. You could be going to church. You could be getting, dusting off your old oracle cards or your old tarot deck. You are writing, journaling your feelings. You're having a lot of faith in divine and their path ahead for you. So this is a big moment for you. Someone else is losing, but they set themselves up to be a loser. This is not just like the luck of the draw. This is actions that had consequences that led up to this person's inevitable ending. That's just what I'm getting. I'm going to take this to the extended, Leo. But before I do, I'm going to get you some advice. In the extended, we're going to talk about this person. What do they have planned and what is going on with them? Everything that you need to know about this situation and what's going to unfold, how you're going to have your big win. I'm going to explain that for you in the extended reading. But before we go, my Leo, let's go ahead and get some advice. Tell me, for Leo, what do they need to know? What do my Leos need to know from this situation? Alrighty. Ooh, wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have game over. Okay, so it's over for this person. It's over for whoever's been using you, taking advantage, not, giving you a balanced connection, not giving you fair pay. It's over. It's over for these individuals, okay? And without you, they will have to go back to the basics. So like I said, there's no one like you. There's no one quite like you, Leo. And whoever is fumbling you, whether it's a job, a company, family member, a friend, a roommate, an organization, your community, or even a lover, a past lover, they will never find another one like you. And you coming out of their life brings them back to the basics, having to do for self. You are good enough as you are right now. Okay. So I don't know if the situation brought up a lot of insecurities. You have to reaffirm yourself that you've done everything right. You tried your hardest and something is failing, not because of you, because of the other party in the situation. And you are good as you are right now. Do not allow someone who did you wrong, who made all of the mistakes, make you think less of yourself. Doing nothing is fine too. You're going to have some downtime very soon. I mean, we are approaching the weekend and, you may want to stay on go mode to distract yourself. But if this is a time where you're just going to have fun, you're going to watch your favorite shows, you're going to eat to your heart's content, you're going to be a little playful, a little childlike, you're going to be resting, relaxing. You have to know that doing nothing is fine too and that you deserve this downtime. And last but not least, we have treat yourself, eat whatever you want, okay? So all those messages really do align. But if there's a favorite meal, something that you've been craving and you have not been giving yourself it, just trying to be very disciplined, this is the week that you should indulge. You have the say so. You have the support from the universe. It's not going to expand your waistline. It's okay to have it and enjoy yourself. You deserve a little reward before you get this big reward. All right, let's take this to the extended. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys very soon. Like the video, comment down below. Let me know your situation, Leo. I definitely want to know. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see some of you in the extended. If not, until next time. All right, bye, guys.